Now, with a COVID surge expected this winter, local health officials say new options to better protect yourself are now available.
Plus, a Dane County deputy running for sheriff files a new lawsuit against the department alleging retaliation.
And later, some of the top issues being addressed in the mayor's newly released 2023 capital budget. News 3 now at 6 starts now.
The White House COVID response team says the U.S. has reached a major milestone in the pandemic. Updated vaccines that match the version of the virus that is currently spreading. Federal officials say by the end of this week, 90% of Americans will be within a 5-mile radius of the new reformulated vaccines. And some doses of the new boosters are already available locally, including at Fitchburg Family Pharmacy.
Our Tahil Mohideen spoke with the pharmacy's owner about his latest vaccine rollout and who qualifies to get it. Tahil?
Fitchburg Family Pharmacy received their Moderna supply last Friday and Pfizer's just this morning. Almost right away, they started administering them. But public health experts tell me finding out how useful the new formula will be won't have as quick of a turnaround. It's not the first vaccine rollout at Fitchburg Family Pharmacy.
I think that we have got our system down.
But owner Thad Schumacher says it is the first time staff are administering 10 different vaccines all at once.
Baby vaccines, booster shots to the 5 to 11 group, as well as there are still people who have never gotten a COVID vaccine.
New to the list are 2 boosters known as bivalent vaccines from Moderna and Pfizer. The updated boosters are designed specifically to target the most widely circulating Omicron subvariants.
So the hope is not only will people get a boost in antibodies that they probably already have, but they'll also get some that are specific to BA4 and BA5.
But UW Population Health Sciences professor Ajay Sethi says with social gatherings picking back up and school back in session, it's too soon to tell how effective the new formula will actually be.
We might not see the same kind of surge in hospitalizations and deaths that we saw last winter, but it's hard to predict. Is there going to be another variant that deserves a new Greek letter because it escapes the immunity we have?
He says in theory, however, an updated vaccine still stands a better chance at being able to fight new variants that emerge.
We'll find out this fall how well the Omicron booster is going to work.
At Fitchburg Family Pharmacy, they're booked all week with people willing to give it a try. And Schumacher says they expect to have enough doses for everyone who wants it. Moderna's booster is for people 18 and older. Pfizer's is for people 12 and older. But in order to get either, you have to be at least 2 months out from your last booster or original series.
And in Rock County, the health department there is also encouraging everyone to get the booster who is eligible. According to a press release, the department anticipates having the updated booster doses available starting September 14th at their Janesville location. They say while they have to wait until next week, pharmacies and other vaccine providers in Rock County may have the shot as soon as this week.
Taking a look over Madison right now after an extended holiday weekend, a pretty comfortable start to the shortened work week. Let's check your certified most accurate forecast. Here's meteorologist Julian Seawright. Julian?
Well, things are really comfortable as we're getting into the rest of our evening, but the best part about it is that summer weather is going to be expected throughout the next few days until we get to the weekend. So soak it up and enjoy it, folks. Plenty of blue skies and plenty of sunshine for today. Something different because the last few have seen overcast. How we stacked up for today, 77 degrees here in Madison. Normally around 76, so we're just close to being on par with our current temperatures. Now, taking a look around temperatures in southern Wisconsin, 75 a pair for Madison and Janesville with 76 degrees into Platteville. Many of us are uniform into the 70s, but the dew points are still a little bit of humidity, but overall, nothing unbearable as we're kicking off the rest of our evening. Taking a look at tonight, you want to plan it out? Well, it's going to be a cool one. You might not even have to use your air, but could have the windows open as we're going to be into the upper 50s throughout many of us in southern Wisconsin. And on top of it, plenty of clear skies are going to be sticking around as well. We'll talk more about what else to expect in just a few moments. Until then, back to you guys.
Julian, thank you. The Republican running to try and replace Dane County Sheriff Calvin Barrett is suing the sheriff's office in federal court with some big allegations. Anthony Hamilton claims last year he was made to participate in an illegal search and then was retaliated against when he tried to alert leadership. Naomi Coles talked to Hamilton and has more. Naomi?
This all started last March when the SWAT team was called to help in a weapons violation call at a local hotel. The lawsuit suggests that during the call, Hamilton, who was on the SWAT team, realized they were doing the kind of search that needed a warrant, which they didn't have. When he later alerted other supervisors, he says he was removed from the SWAT team and later had an unpaid suspension. Leadership said they would bring in an outside agency to investigate the claims he was making, but the lawsuit claims they didn't do that. I talked to Hamilton to try and understand what was illegal about the search. Essentially, he claims the head deputy at the scene told the SWAT team they had permission from the hotel to search the room and that it would be empty. But there were people renting the room off book whose right to privacy and a warrant was not respected. The head deputy, Hamilton claims, knew all of this before.
In Schroeder's report, he said that you were responsible for getting the warrant. Where did that come from?
During the course of our discussion, we were told we have consent from the hotel, no one is supposed to be there. And myself and other detectives told Schroeder and the deputies that were on scene, you don't need a search warrant if you can get consent from the hotel. In his report, which took him some time to write, he wrote that he had told me to write a search warrant. And when I brought that up to my supervisors, they asked me to look the other way.
I reached out hours ago to the sheriff's office and Barrett's campaign for comment. The sheriff's office responded just moments ago with an attorney to contact. That attorney hasn't gotten back to me yet. I do have more details on the lawsuit online at channel3000.com.
In Sun Prairie tonight, an active police investigation after a double stabbing early this morning. No arrests have been made yet. It happened around 3 o'clock on Jones Street. 2 people were stabbed and they were both taken to the hospital. One person suffered non-life-threatening injuries while the other is in serious condition. The suspect had already left the scene when police arrived, but investigators do not think it is a random attack. A bomb threat today causing the Target store on State Street to be evacuated. Staff members told police the call came in around 7 o'clock this morning. The store was evacuated while police investigated the area. Officers didn't find any explosives at the scene, and officials say that there is no credible threat to the store or the public, but an investigation is ongoing. Affordable housing continues to be top of mind for Mayor Satya Rhodes Conway, as expressed during this afternoon's release of her 2023 capital budget.
And McKenna Alexander joins us live from Olin Park to break down the mayor's plans and see how this budget compares to years prior. McKenna?
Yeah, that 2023 budget does include some big new plans, including an entire rebuild of John Nolan Drive, but overall it resembles funding proposals from years prior. Now, one of the main trends we're seeing is a focus on housing for everyone, regardless of their income.
Many of our residents continue to be disproportionately impacted by the pandemic's effect on their work, their housing, and their economic security.
Nearly a year ago to the day, Mayor Rhodes Conway stressed the need for affordable housing in our community. 365 days later,
while we use policy to encourage the creation of more housing, the city needs to focus our funding on housing affordability so that those who work in Madison can afford to live in Madison.
The mayor's focus hasn't changed, but it's a goal that's difficult to measure.
And this is really a 3 or 4 year funding cycle that we work on. So the investments that we're making now will be creating housing for years to come in Madison.
The mayor's first capital budget in 2019 put $7.5 million toward the bus rapid transit system, a new land banking fund, and new affordable housing projects. In 2020, the budget included an additional $1 million for affordable housing projects and then another $3 million over 2 years for city land acquisition, working to reduce gentrification on the city's south side. Then last year in 2021, Rhodes Conway announced $42 million would be invested to produce even more affordable housing options, as well as another $20 million for consumer lender programs to help people become homeowners. The budget announced Tuesday increased investments for new affordable housing to $60 million, as well as $19 million for investment in programs like down payment assistance, housing rehabilitation assistance, and property tax relief for seniors. Both proposals will be carried out over the course of 6 years. The 2023 budget also includes the construction of the state's first purpose-built shelter for people experiencing homelessness.
Since I took office, we have more than doubled the amount of money going to affordable housing. This represents a fundamental change in the priorities of the city.
During the mayor's tenure, we've seen some projects become reality, including 130 affordable housing units in the Bayview neighborhood, a 4-story, 32 affordable housing unit complex on the east side, and the transformation of an old shopping center into 300 affordable housing units in the Westgate area. The mayor says while it's a slow process, focusing on affordable housing is the first step toward building a firm foundation for future generations in Madison.
We need to be producing housing units every year, at least 1,000 housing units a year, to just keep up with our population growth and make sure that everybody who wants to live in Madison has the opportunity to do so at an affordable level.
Now the mayor will introduce that capital budget to the Common Council in just a few minutes here. That meeting starts at 6:30.
All right, McKenna, thank you. And now a little more about that proposed rebuild of John Nolan Drive. McKenna mentioned the project would allocate more than $20 million in state and federal money to go toward replacing one of Madison's busiest roads, and that would include reconstructing its causeway, the bike path, the lakefront gateway. Again, at this point, it is just a proposal. More to come tonight at 6. Governor Evers announcing a plan to increase education funding in the state by $2 billion.
Plus, an inside look at UW Health's new multi-million-dollar transplant clinic. Stay with us.
Shop local for quality made in the USA products at Wanakee Furniture, ETC. Browse a wide variety of sofas and hardwood home furnishings from brands you can trust, like Smith Brothers, Simply Amish, and Flex Steel. Every style, every budget.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture, ETC.
Fry Construction wants to thank you for once again voting us Best of Madison 3 years running with 27% off gutters or insulation. Your neighbors already know how we strive to meet and exceed expectations with each and every project. That's why they voted us Best of Madison 3 years in a row. Experience the Best of Madison for yourself with Fry Construction. Save 27% off gutters or insulation with any full roof replacement project. Schedule your consultation today at fryconstruction.com.
Backed by popular demand, Hyvee drive-through flu shot clinics. Just follow the signs in your Hyvee parking lot to get your flu shot right from your car. It's easy, convenient, and no appointment or prescription is necessary. Drive-through flu shots are offered on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 3 to 7 p.m. Or get your flu shot inside your Hyvee pharmacy at any time with no appointment necessary. Plus, when you get your flu shot at Hyvee, you get a 20-cent Hyvee fuel saver.
Wisconsinites don't back down from hard work. We got self-starters and never-stoppers. Folks who help feed a nation. Pioneers in innovation. Teachers and third shifters like my parents. You deserve a senator who protects your jobs, not one who sends them overseas. I work to bring manufacturing back home so we can make things in Wisconsin again. When we harness what we have, we can change where we're going. I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
Shop local for quality made in the USA products at Wanakee Furniture, ETC. Browse a wide variety of sofas and hardwood home furnishings from brands you can trust, like Smith Brothers, Simply Amish, and Flex Steel. Every style, every budget.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture, ETC.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
Welcome back. Governor Tony Evers today calling for spending nearly $2 billion more on public K-12 schools. The governor will formally introduce the funding plan next year if he wins re-election in November. The plan relies on tapping part of a projected $5 billion state budget surplus. Republican Assembly Speaker Robin Vos dismissed the plan as, quote, a feeble ploy to try to win votes. UW students will head back to class tomorrow for the start of the fall semester, and for incoming engineering students, they had a special speaker welcome them back.
That's right. This is Miss Wisconsin 2022, Grace Stanke, who also happens to be a senior nuclear engineering student at the UW, and she discusses what makes up a great engineer.
I really want to focus on knowing that you can have multiple identities. You can be more than just an engineer. I feel like sometimes when you're in engineering school, you're devoting so much time to your classes, your studies, and finding an internship, finding a co-op, or whatever it may be. And I think it's important to take time to be yourself, have fun, do these other aspects that you enjoy doing. For me, it was competitive water skiing. I joined the water ski club on campus. Then it was Miss Wisconsin, right? And that is really what cultivates a great engineer, is having those multiple identities and those multiple aspects to you, to have a different perspective no matter what you do.
UW Health today unveiled its brand new transplant clinic at UW Hospital. The Pleasant T. Rowland Transplant Clinic, 10,000 square feet, situated near the hospital entrance. It'll serve adults who are donating an organ or receiving a transplant. Officials say patients will spend less time at the clinic compared to the past because of all the services needed before, during, and after a transplant are all housed in that one space. More to come tonight. Ahead in sports, a breakdown of the Big Badger win at Camp Randall Saturday.
But first, the State Department of Health Services again expanding eligibility for the monkeypox vaccine.
And Julian returns with a look at our complete forecast for the rest of the week. Stay with us.
Some ideas seem good, but aren't.
These guys will buy our house without even seeing it.
Online buyers make offers that seem attractive at first, only to lower or cancel at the last minute. We Buy Ugly Houses won't reduce or cancel our firm cash offers before closing. Call or click to sell quick.
This is the house that Angels built. Attic Angels Senior Living Community is built on a foundation of authentic, local care. A framework for living well. Windows to take in the beautiful future. And is crowned by the pride that one's home is one's castle. This is the house that Angels built. Attic Angel Community. Independent homes and 4 levels of assisted living. Built with the help of angels.
It's Steinhaffel's Labor Day mattress sale. Steinhaffel's has the largest selection of all the best mattress brands at the best prices. And during Steinhaffel's Labor Day mattress sale, you can get a Tempur-Pedic Queen mattress starting at just $22.49, or a Beauty Rest Black Queen mattress starting at just $20.99. With Steinhaffel's 60-month zero-interest financing, your new mattress just got more affordable. Isn't it time you got a good night's sleep? Relax, it's Steinhaffel's.
Oh, great. My wireless bill just went up.
Should have gone with US Cellular. They aren't raising prices on any of their plans.
Seriously?
Yeah, my price won't increase.
Well, that is refreshing. I feel like everywhere you turn these days, prices are going up.
Supply chain got us too. Don't get me started on the overhead cost.
At US Cellular, every plan for everyone is price protected.
You know, I respect a female entrepreneur.
US Cellular, where every plan is price protected.
Looks like they finally got rid of that trip hazard. They pump it full of mud?
It ain't mud, Jack.
Where are the patched holes? Where's the splashed mud?
It ain't mud, Jack.
Concrete lifting technologies can quickly raise and level any concrete surface using cutting-edge foam technology made in Wisconsin. Fast and accurate and eco-friendly.
How did those guys do it? Where are the holes? Where's the mud?
It ain't mud, Jack.
Some ideas seem good, but aren't.
Maybe these guys will buy our house.
What could go wrong?
Like rookie home buyers who can lower or cancel offers without notice. We Buy Ugly Houses won't reduce or cancel our firm cash offers before closing. Call or click to sell quick.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
Welcome back. Popular e-cigarette maker Juul will pay nearly $440 million to dozens of states, including Wisconsin, in a settlement. Wisconsin will receive about $14 million. The announcement comes after a 2-year probe into the company's marketing and sales practices. It found Juul deliberately marketed its products to young people, even though e-cigarette sales to underage people are illegal.
More Wisconsinites will soon be able to get the monkeypox vaccine. The Wisconsin Department of Health Services is expanding eligibility for the shot. Brady Mallory joins us with a look at who can get the shots.
Well, the big goal is to stop the spread of monkeypox. DHS hopes to do that by making the shot more available to more people. The shots are now available to people who know a sexual partner in the past 14 days was diagnosed with monkeypox, or people who attended an event with a known monkeypox exposure. The new criteria also includes members of the LGBTQ community who have had multiple sexual partners in the last 14 days or expect to have multiple or anonymous sex partners. DHS says it's ready for more demand for the vaccine.
We are comfortable that we have a higher level of vaccine available, and we're at a point in this epidemic where we hope to be turning the corner and want to make sure as many people who are at elevated risk can get vaccinated as possible.
The expanded eligibility also includes people who are at an elevated risk of exposure. You can see what that includes and a more detailed list of who is eligible on our website, channel3000.com.
Brady, thank you. A pretty nice start to the work week. Meteorologist Julian Seawright with more details. His certified most accurate forecast. Julian?
And the great news is that our nighttime hours are going to be fantastic for us. We're going to be looking at temperatures to fall into the upper 50s, many areas into the mid 50s, and a couple of 60s here and there between Viroqua and Prairie du Chien, and even for La Crosse. But for us in Madison, Janesville, and Platteville, we're going to be into those middle and upper 50s for us. So tonight's going to feel great. If you want to have the windows open, it's definitely going to be the night for it, especially for us in Dane County. As we can see, many of us are going to hold into the middle and upper 50s in terms of temperatures and plenty of clear skies. Now, taking a look at our surface map, what are we going to be expecting for the rest of the week? Well, this high pressure system is going to keep things rather dry in the upper Midwest, which is great. Even though we do have this cold front, it's not going to be really impacting us until we get into late Friday nights, transitioning into our Saturday, which is going to be bringing back our fall-like weather. But we're looking at dry air throughout the course of this week. But outside of that, we are also looking at some summer air on the way as well. Heat has been impacting all of California and many areas from Utah and just pretty much the Great Plains and western parts of the United States throughout the course of this week. You're seeing record number temperatures that are just scorching through. Well, that heat is going to try to stretch its way into the upper Midwest, but the good news is it's not going to be overly hot. We're not going to see scorchers throughout Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, but we will see the summer temperatures into the lower 30s, or 80s, excuse me. But as we go into the rest of this weekend, we'll start to see a dip in our jet stream, which is going to be entering in some cooler air for us, where we're back into some fall-like weather. But until then, let's go ahead and take things into a closer account for us here in southern Wisconsin. What are we expecting for tonight? Clear skies, cool temperatures, and transitioning into our Wednesday morning, we're going to wake up to cool temperatures as well. Some clouds may develop, but overall, things are going to stay rather dry for many of us into southern Wisconsin. And by the time we get into our lunchtime hour, temperatures will be into the mid-70s, upper 70s, and then some 80s by the time we get into our evening hours as well. But it's going to be at the lower end. Not going to be too bad in terms of temperatures throughout our Wednesday evening. Then going into Wednesday night, another cool night and dry and quiet night is on tap. Transitioning into Thursday, well, still, again, not a lot of activity, but temperatures will warm up again as we see the wind shift coming in from the south, bringing in those summer-like feels one more time. But what we are going to be watching for is this weekend. Timing is still up in the air, but we are looking for our Saturday evening and night to be bringing in some showers and thunderstorms that could be really widespread throughout much of southern Wisconsin and carrying into our Sunday as well. So we're going to be continuing that trend of a wet weekend once more. Could see some pretty good rainfall totals as well from Saturday, Sunday into our Monday. So that's one thing we're going to be watching for over the next few days. Outside of that, here's a look at our 10-day forecast. Again, temperatures are going to be in the 80s, cooling down into the weekend, but on top of it, we will start to see a bit of those stormy-like conditions heading into our Saturday and Sunday and carry into our Tuesday as well. But at least we have some cool temperatures right behind it. Over to you, Jordan.
Well, Wisconsin made a statement in week 1, and so did a couple of players on defense. We're going to hear from Paul Christ on who caught his eye from the shutout win.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Raising healthy children takes a village, and kids thrive when their village is healthy too.
SSM Health and News 3 Now are helping you unlock a healthier world with our Time for Kids Keys to Health campaign. We'll show you how sustainable choices create healthier lifestyles, explore the impacts of food security on families,
and share ways we can help build a healthy community together. So join us on air, online, and in your village.
And take time for kids.
I am crushing this to-do list.
Let me see. Smart home upgrade? Home gym?
Check.
Well, what about the windows?
Cross something important off your list. With energy-efficient windows for just $129 a month, now is the perfect time to get your home ready for fall. And keep some cash in your pocket.
Windows for $129 a month and soon. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1, what's your why? More epic energy, better sleep, blow off steam? Step 2, join Planet Fitness for $1 down, $10 a month, cancel anytime, and get moving. Go cardio crazy in our clean and spacious clubs. Jam out on the strength machines and get down with some dumbbells. Step 3, bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for $1 down, $10 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends Wednesday, September 14th.
They say a good steak shouldn't be covered in sauce. That's why this prime rib is covered in fire-roasted peppers and provolone. But if you want sauce, it's in the bag. Arby's, we have the meat.
Those brave men and women of our armed forces, generations of them. Why should today's burdens fall back onto them? They were there for us. Now let's be there for them. Your local Wisconsin energy providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund are working together to deliver Wisconsin veterans in crisis heat, power, and help staying in their home. But they can't do it alone. Donate today.
Back to school week continues in the 608. Today we took you inside the brand new Sun Prairie West High School. Tomorrow we're going to Wanakee.
Plus, weekend rain chances are on the increase. That's tomorrow morning from 4:30 to 7.
Coming into this season, there were a lot of questions about how Wisconsin's defense would perform, considering the Badgers lost 9 starters. And 2 anchors at inside linebacker were part of that group, Leo Chanel and Jack Sanborn. Well, clearly after the first few plays on Saturday, the defense showed just what they can do. Case in point, John Torchio's record-setting pick 6, and of course the end result, shutting out Illinois State. Well, of the players who are filling those key roles from last season, Muma Jangmede and Jordan Turner have certainly caught the attention of Paul Christ.
You felt them, and they showed up. I thought the number of plays where they, believed what they saw and triggered on it, and I thought made some really impactful plays. And, that was good to see, that they're trusting themselves and trusting what they're seeing. And I thought they played fast, so that was a good first game for both of them.
Despite a blowout shutout win on Saturday, the Badgers move back a spot in the AP Top 25 rankings. The Badgers go from 18 to 19. And don't forget to check out Badger Blueprint tomorrow night at 10, where sports director Zach Hanley and Wisconsin State Journal's Jim Polzine break down Week 1 and preview Wisconsin's upcoming game with Washington State. The Packers are just 5 days away from kicking off the new season, and there's a chance that Christian Watson will be taking the field on Sunday for the Week 1 border battle. The wide receiver didn't play in any preseason games due to a knee injury he was recovering from. He did come off the PUP list a few weeks ago, has been trying to catch up as quickly as he can. Well, Matt LaFleur shared earlier that the hope is to see him out there, but they got to see where he's at this week.
I'm attacking every single day, like I'm playing. So for me, it's been kind of the same mindset throughout. Even in the preseason games, I knew when I was starting to get the team reps, I just kind of took it each and every day like I was playing, regardless of if I knew I wasn't or not. And I think it's been the same way this week. So I'm just ready to go.
Kickoff from US Bank Stadium is set for 3:25 on Sunday. And just one more month of the regular season remains, and right now the Brewers are 7.5 games back from first place in the NL Central, which the Cardinals currently leading. And the Crew sits 2 games back from the Padres for that 3rd wild card spot. The Brewers are gearing up for Game 2 with the Rockies. We're going to have more tonight at 10.
All right, Jordan, thank you. Let's go back to Julian. Final check of the forecast.
Well, the great news is we have plenty of great weather for us for the next few days. And then another pattern is going to be bringing in some wet conditions. Unfortunately, it is on our weekend, but we're just going to have to watch when that timing is, because it could impact or disrupt at least the Badgers game going into our Saturday. But outside of that, at least we're back to fall weather, guys.
All right, that's pretty good. Julian, thank you. Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 6.
Have a great evening, and we'll see you back here at 10.